Next is a class from the Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta, Madhya-līlā, Volume 8, Chapter 21, Text 13 through 49, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on January 4th, 1967, in New York.
Nāntang vidāmi aham ami munayagrāt agrajāt dāste maya balasya purusasya kutu parehi gāyan gunāna dasa satān ādidevaha sīsho gunāti samavashyati nāsta pāram. This is a verse from Shrimad Bhagavatam. This was recited by Brahma. The purpose of this verse is, Brahma says that although I am Brahma and before me all the great sages, everyone has tried to know the Supreme Lord in complete, but nobody could understand where is the end of the unlimited potencies of the Supreme Lord. Teharahu sadbhagga shiramani Sri Krishna nijagunir anta napaya hayam Sa Krishna. Even Lord Sri Krishna himself, he does not know how unlimited is his potency. Lord Chaitanya says that. He also does not know. Seharahu brajijave Krishnavatar tar chaitri vicharite morana bhaya par prakira prita srishti kaila akkhane ase vaikundra andada sasana prasane. In this way, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, by his plenary expansions, is doing unlimited activities, transcendental. So for a living entity, a small living entity like us, we cannot know. The only thing is that, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita, that Sanatana kirtantang ma jatantasya virabrata sushanti cha ramanti. The subject matter is so nice that the devotees who are engaged in Krishna's consciousness and in the transcendental loving service, they like, and in the association of pure devotees, these topics become palatable. There are many instances in the Bhagavad also, when Saunakādi Rishi, sages headed by Saunak Muni, was hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from Sutta Goswami, they also uttered this. Vayantana Vitipriyama, you are reciting about the glories of the Supreme Lord, his activities. So please continue. We are not yet satisfied. The subject matter is so nice that we want to more and more. Sadhu sadhu krame krame. As you go on hearing and as you become purified, there is a very practical example. The sugar candy. Sugar candy is by nature is very sweet. But if you give it to a patient who is jaundice, if you test it, that he will say that it is bitter. It is bitter. He will have practical example. If you ask him what is the taste, he will say bitter. Everyone knows the sugar candy is very sweet, but if you give to a patient suffering from jaundice, he will say it is bitter. Similarly, the Krishna Katha, the Lord's name, fame, quality, entourage, all these things are very sweet. To whom? Those who are liberated from this jaundice of materialism. For them it is very sweet. So, as you feel sweetness of this Krishna Katha, you should know that you are becoming liberated from this material entanglement. The same thing. Sugar candy is the only medicine for jaundice. Those who are suffering from jaundice, they are prescribed by physician to take sugar candy water in the morning. And by drinking that sugar candy water, gradually he feels the sweetness of sugar candy. That is the taste that he is getting free from the disease. So, similarly, Bhagavad Gita or Shrimad Bhagavatam or anything where the topics of the Supreme Personality of God is discussed, if you feel it is interesting, that means you are getting out of the jaundice of this material disease. This is the test. If you don't feel interesting, then you must know that the jaundice of material disease is there. So this is the test. The more you feel Krishna Katha, the topics of Krishna, tasteful, the more you will know that you are getting free from the jaundice of material disease. Eimatra annatra nahi suniyad bhut jahar savane chitta avadbhut. Krishna vatsai rasankhati Sugadev bani Krishna sange kato gop sankha nahi jai. Go. Krishna, you know, in his abode, he is just like a 16-year-old boy, and his main pastime is to take the cows and the pasturing ground with his friends, boy friends, and play with them. This is Krishna's day's business. So, Sukadeva Goswami has written a very nice verse that these boys who are playing with Krishna, in their past life, they had accumulated heaps of pious activities. Kritapunna punya, sardhang jigarahu, ittang satanga brahma sukhanubhutya. Now, Sukadeva Goswami is writing. Now these boys who are playing with Krishna, they are playing with whom? They are playing with the Supreme Absolute Truth, who is considered as impersonal by the great sages. Ittang satang Brahma, Brahma Sukh, Brahma transcendental, Brahma realization. The reservoir of Brahma realization is here, Krishna. So these boys who are playing with this Krishna, he is the reservoir of the Brahma realization. Ittang satang Brahma sukhana bhutya dasangatanang paradaivatena. And dasangatanang, those who have accepted the Supreme Lord as Master, that means devotees, for them this Krishna is the Supreme Lord. For the impersonalist, he is Supreme Brahma. And for the personalist, he is Supreme Lord. And Maya Sitanang Naradarakena, and those who are under the spell of materialism, for them he is ordinary boy. Maya Sitanang Naradarakena, but Sadhang Bigarahu Kritamunna Punya. With him, these boys who had accumulated millions and millions worth of pious activities, now they have got the opportunity of playing with Krishna face to face, just like ordinary boys play. So similarly, Krishna is very much fond of playing with his young boy friends. That is mentioned in the Brahma Samhita. and Surabhi Ravipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasrasata Samnama Sevamanam. So these things are explained here also. Aka Gop Kare Jivasya Charan Koti Adbhut Shankha Padma Tara Kanan. No, there are so many friends, cowherd boys, nobody can count. Nobody, unlimited, everything unlimited. They have unlimited number of cows, unlimited number of boyfriends, everything unlimited. Betra Venu Dal Singha Bastra Alankar Gop Gane Jato Tar Nahi Likha. Now these cowherd boys, they have got a cane in the hand, Betra. And each of them has got a flute also. Betra Venu Dal and a lotus flower and a Singha and a horn. Singha, Bastra, and very nicely dressed and full of ornaments. Just like Krishna is dressed, similarly his friends, cowherd boys, they are also dressed. In the spiritual world, when he will go, he will not be able to understand who is Krishna and who is not Krishna. Everyone is like Krishna. Similarly in the Vaikuntha planet, everyone is like Vishnu. That is called Sadhincha Mukti. The living entities, when they enter into the spiritual planet, they become as good as Krishna and Vishnu. There is no difference, because it is the absolute word. Here the difference is there. The impersonalists, they cannot understand that even in individuality there is no difference. As soon as they think of individuality, they think that there is difference. Then what is liberation? And actually there is no difference. The difference is only that Krishna's personality and others' personality, they are conscious that Krishna is our object of love. That's it. The center is Krishna. In this way, the individual boys and girls and Krishna, everyone is enjoying spiritual bliss. Sabe haila chaturtuj vaikunther pati pitha pritha brahmande brahma kare sthiti. এক কৃষ্ণ দেহ হইতে সবার প্রকাশে ক্ষণেকি সবাই সেই শরীরে প্রবেশে. All the cowherd boys and everything, cows and everything, they are all expansion of Krishna's energy. Just like we are expansion of Krishna's marginal energy, and the matter is also expansion of Krishna's inferior material energy. Similarly, in the spiritual world, all those things, the Krishna, the cowherd boys, the cows and everything, they are also expansion of the spiritual energy. এক কৃষ্ণ দেহ হইতে সবার প্রকাশে ক্ষণেকে সবাই সেই শরীরে প্রবেশে. ইহা দেখি ব্রহ্মা হইল মোহিত বিস্মিত, স্তুতি করি সেই পাশে করিলা নিশ্চিত. Brahma, he was bewildered. When Krishna came on this planet, Brahma, Muhyanti Jasura, Brahma was astonished and Indra was astonished. How is that? My Lord Krishna has come at Vrindavan as a cowherd boy. So they came to Vrindavan to test Brahma by his, he has got so much power. He has kidnapped all the cows and the boys of Krishna. And when he came back, he saw that Krishna is playing with the same cows and boys again. Then he could understand that this boy is Krishna. Then he offered his prayer and begged pardon from him that I misunderstood. In this way, there are many narrations in the Shrimad Bhagavatam. Here, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu is referring to that incident. Ihadaki Brahma Haila Mohita Visita Stuti kare sei pache karila nishchita. So he was astonished, and then after prayer he was satisfied. Je kahe Krishna vaibhav mui sab jane, se jano kahe mane mui ei mane. The Brahma admitted that if anybody says that I know Krishna, I know the Supreme Personality of God in detail, so maybe he may know, but so far I am concerned, I do not know. The third part is that Brahma is the first creature in this universe, is the first living entity. He accepts his inability to understand about Krishna and what to speak of others. What to speak of the commentator who says that this is not Krishna, this is something else. এই যে তোমার অনন্ত বৈভবামৃত সিন্ধু মোর বাং মানসের গম্য নহে আর সিন্ধু. Brahma admitted that your activities, your pastimes, everything of you, it is not possible even to test or to understand even a particle of it. The very verse is cited here. Jananta eva janantu kim bahuktya name prabho manaso vapusa vacho vaibhavam tabagochara. So nobody can understand how great is Krishna. Krishnair mahima bahu kivatar gata vrindavane sthaner ascharya bhuta. That is described the glory of Krishna. Nobody can understand. Similarly, Vrindavan, Thane, Ascharya Vibhuta. Similarly, land which is known as Vrindavan, it has also got unlimited potency. Still, as I have several times mentioned, if you go to Vrindavan, you will find unlimited potency of spiritual atmosphere. Still. And therefore Lord Caitanya recommended that Aradha Bhagavan Vidisitanayo Sadhamam Vrindavanam. As Lord Krishna is worshipable, similarly his place, Vrindavan, is as good as Krishna. It is also worshipable. And actually, still in India, if you go to Vrindavan, you will see so many saints and sages are still there, they are worshiping Vrindavan now. अपार ऐश्वर्य कृष्ण नाहिक गणान सका चंद न्याय करी दिव्य दर्शन ऐश्वर्य तो कही नहीं स्फुरी ऐश्वर्य सागर मनेन्द्रिया डूबिया प्रभु हईला पापड़ भागवते यही श्लोक पड़िला आसने अर्थाश्चर्य सुखे करें आसने. Caitanya Mahaprabhu's attitude was, when he was speaking of Krishna, he sometimes became in trance and he became sometimes unconscious. That was his, because Caitanya Mahaprabhu incarnation is that he is Krishna and Krishna is trying to understand Krishna as Krishna's devotee. That is his teacher. These are very complicated things, but that is the position of Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So when he used to speak something of Krishna, he sometimes became unconscious. Brahma Vishnu Hara Ei Sistadi Ishar Tine Ajna-karitāmṛta Krishna Adishar. So far the demigods are concerned, Brahma is the chief, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwar. They are Ajna-kari. They are under the order of Krishna. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. He samannata dhissare suna artha jagat karantin purushavata. Then there are 3 purushavatars. We have already discussed. Jagat, for material creation, there are three Purusha incarnations. Mahavishnu Padmanabh Kshirodakshami, 18 Sthula Sukha Sarva Antarjami. And those three incarnations are called Mahavishnu, Padmanabh, Padmanabh Vishnu. Padmanabh means from his navel there is a stem of lotus flower, and Kshirodaksha Vishnu. 18 Sthula Sukha Sarva Antarjami, 18 Sadvasya Jagat Ishar Ihak Kala Ansajar Krishna Vishar. Now all these incarnations are plenary parts of Krishna, and this is confirmed in Brahma Samhita. Jassai Ganishasita Kalamathavalamva Jivanti Loma Blaja Jagadandanatha Vishnu Mahan Sayyajasta Kalavipishu Govindamadi Purisam Tamaham Bhajami. The Govinda, the Supreme Lord, the cause of all causes, his plenary portions are these three Vishnu. এই অর্থ বাহ্যস্ন গুরু অর্থ আর তিন আবাসস্থান কৃষ্ণের শাস্ত্রে খ্যাতি হয়। Now, Krishna about the planet which is called Golok Vrindavan, that has three divisions. As we have got replicas on this earth, there is Vrindavan, Mathura and Dwarka. Dwarka is in Gujarat, and Mathura and Vrindavan is in UP, United Uttar Pradesh, near Delhi. And Dwarka is about 300 miles or more than that from Delhi. So these are replicas of the original Krishna Lok. Antapur Golok Vrindavan Jar Nittasthiti Mata Pita Bandhuvan Madhur Aishajya Madhurya Kripati Bhanda Jogmaya Dasi Jahan Rashadi Vilasa. So out of these three places, Vrindavan Dham is the most important. That is the confidential home of Krishna. Just like a businessman might have many places for his business and his activity, but his home is different from all these business. He may live in a countryside, in a cottage, but he may be a very big businessman. Similarly, Krishna, although he is all powerful, he lives at Vrindavan, in the garden-like city, not city, a tract of land. Small cities there now, they are named Vrindavan, but Vrindavan is not that small city. It is a tract of land about 84 miles. So it is full of gardens and full of nice places. Anywhere you go, you will find something wonderful. There are many trees of fruits and flowers, many varieties of birds, and the cranes on the Jamuna side. Each and every place is remembering Krishna. If you go there, you will find that Krishna is somewhere here playing. I must find out. It is such nice place. So Vrindavan is the most confidential part of Krishna's abode. Tartali Parabrahme Vishnu Loknam Narayan Adi Ananta Rupel Dham. So in the spiritual world, that Vrindavan planet is the highest planet. And below that planet, there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets, which are called Vishnu Lok. Tartale Parabrahm Vishnu Loknam Narayana Adi Ananta Swarupe Dham. And the presiding deity, predominating deity in those planets is called Narayan. Narayan is also expansion of Krishna. Generally, Narayan is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but from authentic teacher we understand that Narayan is expansion of Krishna. Madhyam Avas Krishna Sarai Sajya Bhandar Ananta Swarupe Jan Kareno Viha. Although Krishna is two-handed and is busy with his flute playing, but we do not know, many do not know that he is as expanded as Narayana and Vishnu. He is the predominating deity all over the spiritual world. अनंत वैकुंठ जहाँ भंडार कोठारी पारिषद गणे सरी सज्जा से बड़ी. And each and every planet, there are innumerable devotees. He is surrounded by the innumerable devotees. And he is citing an evidential verse from Brahma Samhita. Golokanaamni nija dhami tale tatasya devi maheshu haridhamashu teshu teshu tete prabhava nishaya bhidasya dena govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. His own personal planet is Golok Vrindavan, and below that planet there are many other innumerable planets which are known as Vaikuntha, and below that spiritual world there is material world, and between material world and spiritual world there is another space which is called Sivalok, and below that Sivalok is this Devi Dham. This material is called Devi Dham. Durga, the presiding deity of this Devi Dham is Durga. He is giving evidences from many authentic Vedic literatures. One of them is Brahma Samhita. Then he is giving another evidence from Padma Purana, the existence of spiritual planets. In Indian spiritual society, the evidences are given from Vedic literature, then it is accepted. Not that mental speculation is theory. I think this is, I think that, I know. Just the same example I have several times cited it to you. So in the law court, they give evidences from the law book, sections from the law book. Similarly, the process is, whenever we speak something transcendental subject, if we can pick up evidences from Vedic literature, there are many authentic Vedic literatures, they are accepted by the spiritual societies, and once learning is proved, if he can give evidences from this Vedic literature. Similarly, Lord Chaitanya, whatever he is speaking, he is giving immediately references from Vedic literature. So far the existence of the spiritual world and different planets, spiritual planets, Vaikuntha and Krishna, one may think, of course, those who have no knowledge, they may think, yeah, these are all stories. No, they are not stories, they are actual facts. And Lord Chaitanya is giving evidences from Brahma Samhita, from Padma Purana, and similar other Vedic. Thank you very much. Any questions?